crowd again.
Do you appreciate having food on the shelves every time you go to the grocery store? If so, you can thank the discovery of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. These crops have been engineered to produce more food on less land and be resistant to pesticides, all in the hopes of ending world hunger. However, the fight to end world hunger has another battle to engage in. Thousands of people and organizations have started a campaign against GMOs, attempting to stop the potential hunger stopper in its tracks. These groups focus on the facts that GMOs are not safe for people. Likewise, agriculturalists are returning the fight back, supporting GMOs because GMOs are safe for people to eat. This is clearly shown that GMOs have no foodborne illness, according to the Grocery Manufacturers Association. Their site also states that 60 to 70% of all processed foods in the United States have been genetically modified. If this is shocking to you, you're not alone, because 52% of Americans were unaware of this as well. Along with this, GMOs have been on the shelves of stores since 1996. These stunning facts, along with the point that no foodborne illnesses has been linked directly to GMOs, prove that GMOs are safe for the superfoods of the future. If so many consumers have been in contact with GMOs, it is safe to say that they are safer than most foods on the shelves for many years before. An even more impressive fact is that over 2,500 scientific reviews have been conducted since 1996, when GMOs were first introduced to the public. GMOs have been tested more than any crop, with no evidence of harm to humans or animals. These tests have come from all over the world and have some of the highest appointed scientist approval from the U.S. National Academy of Science and the facts about GMOs. The extensive studying of GMOs has allowed the FDA to let companies market them to American consumers, making GMOs having passed one of the most strict set of food regulations in the world. The amount of testing that occurs in the GMO field proves the safety of all genetically modified organisms, and new ones that are engineered are tested to the extreme extents as the ones that are on your shelves now. The more developmental research and the more GMOs to become on the shelf are what's going to keep the world's hunger down in the future. Even though GMOs have the potential to save the world, there are still groups fighting the sales of GMOs. One of the largest supporters against GMOs is One Green Planet, which states all evolution of GMO safety comes from biased organizations linked to the companies that produce and market these products. Their claims state that this food will cause extreme allergies from reacting with added genes to the plant's DNAs. They also say the plant's pesticide residue will cause super crops that will only be killed with extremely harsh chemicals. However, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, has performed the largest scale testing in any food manufacturing industry to prove that GMOs are safe, and that they have stated or released to the public that they will not harm anyone. The FDA is a non-biased government agency whose main goal is consumer safety and public health. So no matter what any biased organization release, there will always be a one-sided story in the end. However, by basing your discussion off the FDA, you will always know the truth in the matter from an unbiased organization. Consumers should make their own choices on GMOs, but regarding them from all store shelves is absurd. They save people money and they are scientifically safer for the consumer. With all these facts in mind, you as a consumer need to join in the fight for GMOs and support the food that could potentially end world hunger, end rising food prices, and end the struggle for food across the world. In my opinion, GMOs are the food of the future, and we all need to jump on board, because the fact of the matter is that with less land and more people to feed, there's no way that it'll happen with using old technology. GMOs have naturally been occurring for thousands of years, and people have been studying since then. So we need to continue the fight and step it up, people, because GMOs are the future of our food.